when Brother Bear came out, it did pretty good at the box office, but it didn't do that great with the reviews. Oh, so the film got like a 38% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, that I'm not joking. But they're not necessarily calling it as a bad movie. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad movie in my opinion. I like it fine. But yeah, it ain't all that great either. But it's still but I still think it's pretty enjoyable though. So the film opens up with a guy named Kenai, voiced by Joaquin Phoenix. He's basically he goes back to his home village to actually get his totem, and he has the Bear of Love. But that's going on. He messes up by not tying up a fish basket. But his brother like argues with him. And his other brother is like trying to defend him. So he sets off to find the basket, or where the bear took it, and then they do come across the bear, but the bear basically attacks him. While Kenai's brothers, Denahi and Zitka, come up to help him, Zitka sacrifices himself to save his brothers from the bear. And then the funeral comes on. Then Kenai wants to vow vengeance onto his brother, because he thinks the bear actually killed him. But Denahi doesn't blame the bear at all. Doesn't want Kenai to accept the spirits, but Kenai doesn't believe in the spirits. Sets off and kills the bear, and then he gets turned into a bear by his brother Zitka, which is he does turn into a bear by a really great looking visual and really great looking animation. And then when the middle starts, and then when you see him turn into a bear, this is where the film kind of goes a little downhill. Not much, but a little. He does. So when Kenai finds out that he's a bear, or Tanala, or the one who gave him the Bear of Love totem, basically tells him that he has to go find a light. He has to go to the mountains where the lights touch the earth, so that way he can learn a lesson for what he has done. Kenai kind of denies what he did, but then he does come across some other characters, like two moose characters played by Rick Moranis. I forgot the other actor's name, but I know they were in the movie together. But yeah, Dark Helmet and Lewis from Ghostbusters is the voice of one of the moose. That I will admit, they are pretty much the funniest things in the movie. But he comes across a little bear named Coda, and he of course got separated by his mother, and of course, spoiler alert, Kenai is the one that killed his mother earlier. That's why he's learning a lesson. But so Coda offers if he brings him to the lights touch the earth where the salmon run is at, he would actually help him bring him down there. So they do set off down there, and they come across some other characters while also trying to run away from Denahi because now he wants vengeance on the bear who he thinks that killed his brother. There's no real villain. There's no obvious bad guy or what's going to happen and stuff. It's just a misunderstanding and stuff. And then that's basically the plot of the film. It has a good setup, I will admit, but then when it just goes to the middle, which is actually the problem with the movie, when it goes to the middle, it doesn't seem as connected as the first and third act. But I'm not saying it's bad. I still think it's good, but it just needs to focus a little bit more on what they're trying to do. But even at that, that's the only gripe I have. That's the only major problem I have with the film. And it does hold back for being anything great. The first act and the last act are the great parts. But the middle is still pretty good, but you still gotta connect it with the other parts, like I said again. But there are other good things about the film. The animation is definitely wonderful. It's very well crafted, and it has very beautiful visuals. The backgrounds are are absolutely beautiful. Like, they look like you're actually in the actual mountains and stuff. The main character, Janahi, is a very likable character, but he feels kind of weak and a little bit generic. Like, he's like the stubborn character, but then we'll learn a lesson later on. It's kind of generic. the same thing for the little boy character. But the relationship, Coda's not a bad character though. But he's pretty enjoyable for what he is. The two Moose characters are pretty hilarious. Like, whenever you see them, you know you're going to get a good laugh out of them. I actually found them very funny. There are definitely some funny parts. There's some other characters. One of them played by Estelle Harris, and another bear played by the late Michael Clark Duncan. And Denahi's a very enjoyable character, and Zitka as well. But they're just more of the come and go characters as well. But the song's done by Phil Collins. Actually, that's another problem with the film. There's only a couple of them I really enjoy. Like the Great Spirit song, the Transformation song, and On My Way is actually the best one of all of them. But the other one, like Welcome to Our Family Time, well, not bad. It just seems kind of generic. And of course, the song where Coda is hearing the story of what Kenai happened to the bear, to his mother and stuff. Saying that his mother's not coming back. It's really out of place, and it really doesn't fit. To be very honest, it just feels very forced. So yeah, as you can tell, the film is not perfect, but I'm not saying it's a bad film. I do think it's a very good film. Do I think it's one of the weaker Disney films? I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide, but honestly, it is very well. But it is a very good film. If you haven't seen the film, yet, do check it out. It's enjoyable enough for people to sit through. It's a nice family film. So, if you haven't seen it yet, just comment. If you have seen it yet, just comment below. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Click like in the video. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video on the Bostonian Critic. I am signing out. Take care.